Well, hey there. Welcome to Wednesday Wisdom, that day of the week where I share tools, tips, tactics, and strategies for us all to stay current and relevant on social media to generate leads, clients, customers, and sales. And today I want to talk about the definition of insanity and why you might be spinning your wheels going nowhere fast. So, people have always said the definition of insanity is doing the same thing and expecting different results. Well, I like to say the definition of insanity in business is doing more of what is not working. What do I mean by that? Well, people always say you got to provide value. So, what do they tell you to do? Provide more value. Or they say you got to put more content out there. So, what do? You become a content generating machine. Well, I'm here to tell you that none of that stuff is going to move the needle forward in your business unless you are one, providing the right value, and two, providing the right content. So before I get into the meat and potatoes of this, for those who don't know me, I am Cecelia Morris, also known as the Digital Marketing Maven, and I teach business owners how to build their brand and their business online using automation, AI, and Facebook so you can get leads, clients, customers, and sales. And wherever you're watching me, give me some likes, some love, drop a comment. And if it's YouTube, subscribe and click that bell so you get notified whenever I post a new video. So let's get into the value and the content of it all and why you should stop doing more of what's not working, right? So the thing of it is that you need to know what it is that your people are already looking for. And the problem that a lot of people have is that you're just not doing enough research. That's the whole bottom line. When it comes to finding out what your audience is already consuming, you've got to do some research so you can create more of what they already want, but give it your special sauce and your secret spin. So that way they become people who get to know, like, and trust you because you've got a new and different take on what is already out there. For example, what I do, like I just said, I help my clients get leads, clients, customers, and sales. Well, everybody's helping people get leads, clients, customers, and sales. What makes me different? Well, one is my magic marketing program. What does magic stand for? It stands for Mastering AI Genius in Content Marketing. But there's more to it than that because excuse me, from 2018, 19, 20 up until 2022, I was all about the Facebook ads of it all, right? I would help you create your lead magnet. I'd help you build your audience using Facebook ads. I'd help you get people coming inside of your Facebook group. I'd help you create content. That was pre-ChatGPT. Once ChatGPT got on the scene, I totally expanded my business because it is so much more than just Facebook ads. When we have ChatGPT in our back pocket, to help us do the market research that would typically take hours. And when I say hours, I'm talking like 3 to 5 hours to do it and to do it well. You can now do it in mere minutes if you know what to say to ChatGPT to get results you can take to the bank. But it all starts with the research. So let me give you a practical example of some research. So when I graduated from high school, my plan was to take a gap year. I was doing gap year before gap year became a thing. But my parents weren't having none of it. They were like, sure, sure, gap your ass right onto a job and start paying the car note, start paying your car insurance, start paying rent, right? And I was like, whoa, 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 Kimosabi, wait a minute, wait a minute, wait a minute. That is not what I signed on for. Well, it would have been if I had not went to college. When I was in college, they kept taking care of me like I was still in high school. Winner, winner, chicken dinner. But here's the thing. I couldn't just go to college. I needed to figure out exactly what I was going to college for. I was always smart. I'm talking B plus, A minus type student or whatever. And but no one ever talked to me about what do you want to be when you grow up. My guidance counselors didn't do it, right? So I had to figure out on the fly from May to August what the hell was I going to be when I grew up. So I finally started having the right conversations with the right people, and they suggested, you know what, you're good at math and science. You should be an engineer. Okay, but what kind of engineer? That's when I started to do the market research. There are tons of different engineering fields out there. I'm going to give you a few of them and I'm going to put them in order by salary, right? There's a petroleum engineer, a computer hardware engineer, an aerospace engineer, a nuclear engineer, chemical, electrical, data engineer, health and safety engineer, materials engineer, biomedical engineer, mining and geological engineer, marine engineer, mechanical engineer, environmental engineer, and then number 15, industrial engineer. Number 15 on the list was industrial engineer. Well, when I looked up all of those other disciplines like petroleum, that's oil and gas, I wasn't interested in that. Computer hardware, no, I wasn't interested in being in the basement with no windows, staring at a computer all day. Aerospace, too hard. Nuclear, too hard. Chemical, too much. Electrical, too hard. Health and safety, I was kind of on the fence, but wasn't a lot going on. So basically what I did was I went through and I found the top 20 highest paying engineering careers. And then I decided which one I want to be by doing my research. But I just didn't do research on the top paying engineering careers. I had to figure out what school I was going to. Well, I lived in Indiana. At the time, MIT and Purdue were the top two engineering schools in the country that kept going back and forth. One year, Purdue was number one. The next year, they were number two, and MIT was number one. So I said, okay, I'm landing on industrial engineering. What kind of, I'm sorry, I landed on industrial engineering. Where can I go to get a degree that I can take to the bank? And that's when I did some more research to find out the degrees that Purdue offered that would get me to where I want to go. And I landed on, again, industrial engineering. Now, they also have mechanical, electrical, computer, aeronautical, chemical, civil, which was a new one I had found, but I'm not trying to build bridges. God forbid I'll get a calculation wrong and it falls in the ocean, right? But again, I had to do my research. And that's what you got to do when it comes to your business. And I had to do the same thing, right? I think if you know my story, when I got started in this space, I was just teaching a seven day class to teach you how to run Facebook ads. It wasn't until I got deep into it, so I realized people needed more than just an ad. They needed a social media presence that made sense. They needed a lead magnet that their people wanted, and you need multiple lead magnets. I wish I was the Wizard of Oz and I could say that every single idea I came up with or I helped my clients come with, they knocked it out of the park. But unfortunately, that's not how it works. I've got a whole garbage bag full of offers that went nowhere fast, but I've got just as many offers that people, well, I won't say just as many because then that'd be crazy, but I've got a lot of offers that people have accepted, and I have an email list of close to 5,000 people. Now you might be like, well, 5,000 people, that's not a very big list if you've been doing this for 6 or 7 years. But it is a big list when you figure I'm not trying to put myself out there like I'm Grant Cardone or Gary Vee or what's his name, Hermosi or somebody. I'm trying to strategically reach the people who want to do business with me. So an email list of 3,000, 5,000 actively engaged people who are interested in what I have to say. Not too bad if I say so myself. But again, it's because I did the research. So the thing of it is that quit doing more of what's not working and start doing the things that are working. If you don't know what's working, go out and research the influencers in your niche. One of the things you can do is you can go to the Facebook ad library and see if they're running ads. If they are running ads, sign up for their offer. Get on their email list. You want to know what they're doing because one, they're industry leaders and gurus in your space. And two, you can see what they're offering and more importantly, what they're pricing for it so you too can be competitive in the marketplace. You don't want to underbid them, but you can, but you don't want to underbid them so much to where you are not perceived as the authority in your niche because nobody buys a $7 lobster and there's no fun having a race to the bottom. Now, Russell Brunson has a $10,000 program. I would love to be able to charge $10,000, but I'm not Russell Brunson and I haven't spent 20 years doing what he does. But I have a $3,000 program. I have a starter pack, a ChatGPT starter pack that you can get for free. I have an irresistible offer starter kit that you can get. That's an ebook you can get on Kindle for $3. I have the ultimate AI toolkit that you can get. So there's multiple things that I have available for people that are priced for my audience. Now that's not to say as I continue to grow and evolve in this online space that maybe one day in the not too distant future I too may have a $10,000 offer. But what's more importantly, what is Russell Brunson teaching? He's teaching people how to create offers, right? Which is exactly what I do. I'm teaching people how to create offers, but I'm reaching the people who, one, can't afford Russell Brunson. Two, maybe Russell Brunson doesn't resonate with them. And three, they may need a little bit more handholding that Russell Brunson is able to provide. And I can because I'm not a big fish in a big pond. I am a big fish in a medium-sized pond. So you see what I'm saying? You got to figure out what that thing is that you can bring to the marketplace. So my assignment for you on this video is I want you to figure out all the problems that you want to solve. I didn't say that you can solve. I said figure out all the problems that you want to solve. Once you have your list of problems that you want to solve, then you're going to do some research. You're going to go on Amazon. You're going to type in keywords to see who else is solving that problem with their books. You're going to look at the reviews of those books, see what's good and what's bad. What are people missing the mark on in their books, right? You're also going to do a Facebook ad library. Like I said, you're going to find the gurus in your niche. Then you're going to go to the Facebook ad library and you're going to see if they're running ads. And like I said, if they're running, then you need to sign up for what it is that they're offering. And then you are going to figure out of that list of the things that you want to do, that you want to help people with, which of those can you help? Because what you want to do and what you can do aren't necessarily the same thing. Now, if there's something you want to do, but you can't do it effectively, then what do you need to do? You need to get the skills to be able to help people get from point A to point B. So here's the deal. Life is not a circle. Life is a straight line, getting people from point A to point B. The only thing that operates in a circle is God because he is the Alpha and Omega, the beginning and the end. The rest of us mere mortals want to get from point A to point B, and your job is to find your tribe and help them get there. So again, your homework, if you choose to accept it, write down all the problems that you solve, that you want to solve. Then do your research and see who's already solving those problems and what they are doing to solve those problems. Three, you are going to figure out of that list of problems you want to solve, which of these can you solve that makes the most sense to solve based upon the market research that is out there. I mean, if the problem that you want to solve is, I don't know, helping people get whiter teeth, well, the market's already saturated. That's not to say that you can't jump in, and this is an overly exaggerated example, but you get what I'm saying? Don't try to solve something where the market is already saturated. That's not to say that you can't put your own secret sauce and spin on it, but if there's so many people out there that are already doing it, you're going to have to do something spectacular to differentiate yourself in the marketplace. You want to find a medium-sized problem so you can be a big fish in a medium-sized pond. So I hope you found this helpful. I hope you understand that more value is not going to get you where you want to go. More content is not going to get you where you want to go. The only thing that's going to get you where you want to go is giving the people what they want. I heard a very smart man say one time, if you get laser focused on solving somebody's problem, and it has to be a big problem that a lot of people have, you can write your own check. So I hope you found this video useful. I hope you will stop trying to reinvent the wheel unless you're going to put some new rims on it and paint it a different color. I hope you will go out there and do your market research and find out what is your audience already consuming for what it is that you want to do. What solution do you have? What problem do you solve? How many people are already doing it? Is it something that you can feasibly do and ultimately make some money at because you'll find your tribe? So that is today's Wednesday Wisdom. As I said, I am Cecelia Faye Morris, also known as the Digital Marketing Maven. I got one caveat for you though. You know what? Once you find that thing that you want to do, then you got to tell people about it. How do you do that? You do it with marketing. So if you want to know how to get in front of the people who actually want to do business with you, then I invite you to click somewhere around this video and join my Magic Marketing Masterclass. Inside of my Magic Marketing Masterclass, I give you the 7-step blueprint to having a business on autopilot And I teach you how to use ChatGPT to do the heavy lifting for you to help you create not only your irresistible offer, but your lead magnet that's going to lead to your irresistible offer. So that's it. Click somewhere around this video. Join my upcoming Magic Marketing Masterclass. As I said, I'm Cecelia Faye Morris, the digital marketing maven. This is today's Wednesday Wisdom. I tune in every day, Wednesday at 6:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Wherever you're watching me, give me some likes, some love, drop a comment, share this video with somebody who needs to see it. And if it's YouTube, subscribe and click that bell so you get notified whenever I drop a new video. Thanks for watching. Bye for now.